What up, Week? This is your girl Lonty here at Tears and Week Tarot Show, where you sure enough never know what you gonna get. It is late and it's probably after 11 by now, but we were still feeling the energy of the day, and we had our stress less cards because that's kind of been like the theme. We talked earlier today. If you guys got a chance to see those videos, if not, go back through those archives and check them out. Check them out. Yes, we were talking about the Guide to Loving Yourself, that little tiny Buddhist book, and we talked about a couple things as far as getting to balance, balancing out our solar plexus chakra. And in the theme of that, Father brought me back for another quick video. So we will see if we can get some of this in here. I see that everything is just not really set up to par. So we're gonna fix that for y'all. Get it a little bit better. Anywho, so we again was talking about this solar plexus card right here. This chakra center, and y'all, ooh, I had some wings for dinner, and I usually could barely eat 1 to 2 like whole chicken wings, you know, the little 4 little wingding pieces. I ate 3 whole wings today. I am full. I am stuffed to the max, like to the hilt, but them wings was good, but then I was mad at myself because I didn't leave room for cake. So now I can't have no cake because I feel like I'm caked and stuffed full of wings. But they was good though. They was really good. Bless everybody that brought them wings to my table because they were tasty. All right. So, we got a couple cards here. The first, do you want this card yet? First, which one do you want? Do you want this one? Father, well, this goes right along with what we was just saying. We was being critical. Father says, silencing the critical voice or calming the critical voice. Identify areas of life where you self-criticize. Balancing out our energy is definitely a lesson that we are going through. And it is something that needs to happen, which is why we have this little crystals book sitting right here. Because I will say for like the last 2 weeks or so, and I'm not really for sure what the case may be. Is it a difference in planetary alignment? Is it a difference in rest and nutrition, hydration? Just taking the time to unplug, ground, really, could be some things I'm feeling Father say, yes, that could definitely be an issue. Because we've been talking about balancing out the root chakra, the sacral chakra, and our solar plexus chakra for, again, like maybe about 2 weeks or so. And in that imbalance that I feel, there's been a couple of things that I have noticed, not just within self, but in the collective. We see a lot of people talking about getting to peace, acceptance, and that's another energy we have here, acceptance, releasing shame. What's another good one? Vulnerability, releasing anger and toxic beliefs and behavior. Toxic people. And earlier today is January 5th, 2023, as dated. We were talking about coming into the new year, the new cycle. So the new cycle of the sun starts December 25th. And with that, you know, it's kind of like the gifting and the giving away of, you know, the cream of your fruit, right? We get a chance to gift that and to offer gifts onto each other in loving kindness. There's traditions as to why many people gift during that time of year, you know, to each their own. It's a path for each one of us going back to the source. So, you know, Ashe, right? You don't judge, I don't judge. It's a free open space over here. But with that in mind, Not only do we just harvest and then we just gift it out for offering, we go right into the new cycle with let's start a resolution and get going in this whole nother season without taking the opportunity to rest and align ourselves with the season of the planet, right? So if the Mother Earth is resting because she just harvested and then gave this big offering from the spiritual space as well, it's time for her to discern all of the information that she herself has also received. Like, so I think about the fact that, like, leaves and stuff like that. I always go back to trees because that's my thing. If y'all can see my tree back there, go back to trees because that's my thing. And the leaves fall away, you know, and they have information in the leaves, right? It's taking on things from the environment that the tree has had to deal with over the course of the year through this season, through the whole cycle itself. And so when those leaves go back to the ground, stick with your girl. I know it could be kind of choppy. It's like cold Crisco right now, for real. Just let me get it out the can, and most gonna put some heat on, and then we get to cooking. I feel it. I feel it. It's gonna come. So we get the leaves fall and they go back to the ground. They get broken down over the season, over the winter season. But in that breaking down, right, the soil is doing in the tree and the roots and all this whole and piece of environment is deriving the nutrients from the plane. Ha. So the leaves itself has picked up information, you know, and now it is offering that information back onto the base. The root of the tree is getting broken down back into the soil. The soil is going to do its thing. It's going to pull what it needs from that piece of environment and feed it back to the roots of the tree, which then goes back up and helps it sprout and bud anew. But it's going to bud differently. It's going to be changed. It's going to be evolved. It's going to be adaptive based on what has been offered back to it. Ta-da. That's where we were trying to go. So, anywho, if you're still here, stick around. It comes together. Anywho, with that being said, we often rush past the hibernation process. Not really a whole lot of time is taken and spent in calming the self, calming the vessel, breaking down all of the information and the data that we have taken in over the course of the whole cycle, allowing that to be processed. I feel my stomach is like, you need to process, you need to digest. I ate them wings, I'm telling you I'm stuffed. But need to digest all of that data that you took in, that you've consumed over the year, and let it, you know, feed you and edify you, so that when you come out budding out in the spring, what you bud is going to be evolved and adaptive, right? It's like those iterations over iteration over iteration. Every time your cell phone update, you know, they've collected all of this survey data over the year, and when they do updates and upgrades, it's based, many of them are based on consumer feedback. It's the feedback loop. Creation gives unto creation for learning, for growing, for ascension. So as the trees take those leaves back to the ground and it's broken down and gets the data and processes it, and the new set of leaves that comes out, that new release in the spring, is going to be better for sustainability. Like, the tree wants to live and it wants to bud, it wants to seed, it wants to give back onto creation. So it's going to adapt based on what it has taken on for that whole year. We do the same thing, but where we kind of go astray is that we don't see ourselves as a piece of nature itself and having to, or needing to, recommendation, because we can't tell you to do fuck shit, right? Spirit says you get a chance to decide. Free will is a whole thing. So we get the opportunity to rest, or we should rest, and take on and discern and break down everything that we've taken in over that past cycle, and allow that information to be disseminated throughout the body, you know, and we learn from that for our ascension, for our growth going into the next cycle. So as we kind of break these things down. We receive that nutrient, that edification. We use that edification and discernment to formulate our desires and intentions going into the next cycle, right? So to do that requires balance and self-care and calming and meditation, the same way creation is calm and meditating and, hibernating, resting throughout this spirit, throughout this phase. So, Holy Father, Eternal Lord of Creation, if there's a spirit in this space that seeks to distort, confuse, disillusion, or cause conflict in this message, please block it out. Please brighten up my lumens so that anything they may come against me may be turned back and confused. It cannot see into or through, past, around my light. It must turn away my light. It's so bright. We are engulfed in your bright white light. Thank you, Father. Thank you, thank you, thank you. My eternal Lord of creation, the infinite intelligence of the all, binded by the breath of life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If it be your will, please seal us with your Ashe. Ashe, y'all. I knew it was clunky. We had to stop and pray, and we didn't do that. So my apologies, guys. But I apologize to you, Father, first for self-edification, so I may serve it unto you, edifying your wheat, so that they may serve you. That we come together over these principles, so that we may magnify ourselves for ascension and edify the source, our eternal Lord of all of creation, giving back onto the infinite intelligence that what we have learned in this season, as we remain connected and bounded by the breath and force of life. Yes, yes, yes. Let's get it. I'm still full. Them wings, I'm telling you, there was like some honey, spicy ranch wings and some garlic parmesan something and some french fries. I didn't leave room for cake, y'all. I'm telling you, I'm stuffed. Anywho, calming the critical voice inside of you. That's one of the things. Are you criticizing self? You could be. That's one of the things that happens as we self-reflect that keeps us from this place right here. Self-acceptance. And we've been talking about self-acceptance, releasing shame, coming to balance, being non-judgmental with you. You know what I mean? Like, we make decisions during our cycles, our past cycles, and you make decisions based on what you know and how you feel in your discernment at the time you made the decision, right? If you knew what you didn't know or remembered what you forgot to know, then you would choose a different way to go. But you didn't, and you're here. And if you are under the sound of my voice or anybody's voice, you have the opportunity to persevere. Like, mercy and grace are with you, and to give that onto self is a part of the self-acceptance. And it's so funny that we have these two cards. One says self-acceptance, but you see that where it says calming the criticism? That's the objective. And on this one, look at it, calming the critical voice. So two messages saying the same thing. Identify areas of life where you self-criticize. And it could be, again, over any decision, your present condition, resulting condition, whatever the case may be, it may be causing you to self-criticize. But self-criticizing develops other emotions. It fosters those emotions. It's like, you are building up the emotions of chaos and conflict within self, and by separating yourself from I don't like this to okay, I like this, instead of coming to whole and goodness and accepting your whole you. Anger, it will be present. Resentment would be present. Bitterness could be present, right? Whether it's a sense of loneliness. We saw loneliness in the self-journey cards earlier today. And a lot of those feelings get stuck, trapped right here between your sacral and your solar plexus chakra. And to get rooted, work on balancing your root chakra, that sacral and the solar plexus chakras is going to help you really start to digest those emotions and that energy, and to discern and break it down so you can get the nutrients out of those experiences and release the rest like waste. Okay, because that's what's going on with, we ain't gonna talk about it. Anywho, Father say the crystal for balancing the solar plexus chakra is right here, our tiger's eye. So we have that stone, and we've been kind of had it tucked in here all day, you know, and just kind of keeping it close to the heart, you know. But Father also brought me to this Crystals for Beginners book, because I'm still cutting my teeth and chewing and working my way through this. And I was brought to Healing with Crystals, this little passage right here. So I don't know if y'all can see that, Healing with Crystals. And it's number 3. It's called Swinging. And it says, pendulums equipped with crystals on their end can be used to swing crystals over a person's body, which is coinciding because I usually have all of my crystals on a chain, right? And I use them as my pendulums, right? But I sleep in them and I shower in them, and I broke them. So I have a new chain, so I'm going to put it on there and do this. So what makes it unique is that swinging a crystal will make it easier to understand where imbalances in the energy may be. Guiding a healer towards a more effective session. So this is kind of like describing if you go to an energy healer and they use crystals, they can use a crystal on a chain to act as a pendulum, and they, you know, swing it over areas of the body to determine where the imbalances are, right? So that's the thing. And Spirit said, yeah, that would be a good thing. It says the pendulum's swing needs to be balanced on both sides to indicate proper energy distribution and absence of negativity. If a healer finds that the swing becomes unbalanced over a certain area of the body, they will continue to swing over the problem area until the pendulum returns to its balanced motion. The area where the imbalance occurs is believed to be the focal point of negativity. Maintaining the focus of the pendulum swing over the problematic body part can absorb the chaotic vibrations to neutralize the issue. And so when I asked Spirit where would I focus my pendulum, Spirit brought my hand to here, which is right over my solar plexus chakra. So I know that this would be the area that I would need to focus on, and I can feel that in my body. I can feel it in my body. So I definitely feel some disturbance in my sacral chakra as well. So my root chakra feels pretty solid, pretty grounded. But my sacral does feel like we need some energy work there. Throat chakra feels stable. Do you feel like we need some work in the heart chakra space? Whew. Whew. I can feel the energy, the heat, the warmth. Wow. Wow. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Spirit says for beginners. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this right here, crystal, the power of the combined power of crystals also was another on the next page that I saw. And this is like the practice of laying them out in a grid and they stack on top of each other and magnify the power of the crystals that are being used. So I think I'm going to be studying on that as well and just see how we can just magnify our use and increase our use of crystals to balance ourselves out. Thank you, Father. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit, the infinite intelligence of the all and the breath of life. The breath of life. Thank you so much. I appreciate your presence. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes. So that is the solar plexus card and what we learned in terms of the book and bringing in like that crystal work, the energy work, and then also these two with bringing in calming the criticism, right? And so the with that we had heart opener as well. It is enhancing the sense of love and compassion. And it has the 4 steps on here to help release the stress. And it's relax your body and your mind. And that was funny because one of our other Facebook content creators, she posted something about relaxation. And it was like, man, I'm doing all 3 of those. She was like, relax your shoulders, right? Unclench your jaw. So relax your jaw. And also bring your tongue down off the roof of your mouth. The roof of your mouth. You know how you sit there and your jaw is clenched and your mouth is closed. And often the tongue is pressed to the roof of your mouth. And I didn't even realize I was doing it. It was like everything was tense. And I could definitely feel, you know, the tension in my shoulders. Even just rubbing this space right here. Oh, I could feel the blood flow opening up, breathing, saying some good affirmations to self, accepting my whole self. Forgiveness has been a really big energy coming out in our chakra cards as well. Is to forgive self, right? It is to release, you know, whatever the past, release the results, you release the attachment to the results that you've attained so far. Whatever the results are, whether it's immense success, like the 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, Ace of Cups, you know, Ace of Pentacles, like the abundance of the most, like you realize all of creation is yours, like literally, like this is mine, you know what I mean? And creation is experiencing creation and I'm just having a great old time and all that. Yeah, I feel like that. But you still have to release your attachment to it, right? Don't be attached and hold on tightly. We have to hold on lightly to all things. And even if you feel like, you know, it's not, you don't, it's not as full as that, right? And however full your cup may be in terms of running over or getting to the top to run over, however full your cup may be. Appreciate all of its fullness for learning, but don't be attached to it. Hold on lightly. Don't have any expectations. I mean, we were talking about today, I mean, we made some brothers upset, but that's because they were being disrespectful and sending nude photos, and when I block them or, say no thank you, then they come to the channel and unsubscribe. I mean, but we just have to let what's not meant for us fall away. That's what it is. As the real comes in, it's going to push the things that don't align away. And I don't want to be rigidly trying to hold on to people and accepting stuff that just is not aligned with my morals and my values in order to, no. The Father is going to grow this in its own perfect time and in due time. And what will grow will be what's intended for growth, right? So, Ashe, I love you, but, if you vibe, subscribe. If you care about it, share it out, and you want to come back in for the next bell, hit the bell. That's, I love you. I love you just like I love me. And to do that means you get to move around freely, because I don't want nobody holding me. If it's time to move, it's time to, you have to let me be. I'm just saying. So I let you be. That's how that works, is the give and take, right? So I smiling at strangers. Hello, spread the love. Ashe. Father say, spread the love. Take an easy breath. Whew. Come on, Father, let them know what it is. We like this one too. Do some mirror exercises. Yes. Mirror exercises. Meeting yourself for the first time. Is it okay for you to go ahead and re-meet you? You not the you that went through all that you went through. You are changed. You are a whole new you, boo. I mean, like, seriously. So to give yourself some forgiveness and grace as you entered into this whole new cycle, into this new space, you get to say in the mirror to your face, I forgive you. Yeah, we run that race. We did. We won it because you your own competition. You only running against you. You really don't have no care about what all other folks do. They not even in the same category with you. I'm just saying, like, seriously, it's really only me against me. And I wake up on a daily trying to outdo the girl that I was the day before. But sometimes it's just really okay to forgive myself for what I didn't know. The whole game is for me to learn. Learn how to discern. And with that, I take those lessons forward, so we can do things better, faster, more efficient, adapt, evolve. Because that is the name of the game. And guess what? The cycles just keep going and going and going. So, what you gonna do? Blame yourself forever? You can't. Beat you up? No. Don't be your own tear, holding yourself back. It's okay. It's okay. Just let it go. I know y'all thought I was going to keep rhyming and keep going. Now, my freestyle on the go so far, I really do. I mean, like, and we get a couple, two, fews of them in there, but then after that, they'd be like, all right. Anywho, heart opener, enhancing your sense of love and compassion. Relax your mind and body, breathe through your heart. We saw Spirit definitely said, working on that heart chakra energy space. Imagine as you inhale that your heart is opening up like a flower. Opening up to the sun. Can you imagine when you take that big old deep breath from the diaphragm and pull it up? Isn't that so nice? And Father said earlier today we could smile to ourselves while we're doing that breathing. It just gives you a little extra good energy boost. Yes. So when you place your palms on your heart, feel your heart beating and surround yourself with the energy of love. We kind of said that when we said smile. That's a good energy, a good high vibrational frequency of joy, which is a good high level on the spectrum of love. Yes. And keeping that energy open as wide as you can. Send out a breath of love and compassion to everyone you are connected with. Yes, connecting with all of you. My week by the breath of life. Yes. And that goes good with our smiling at strangers to spread the love. And Easy Breath is here getting in touch with your breath. Start by taking a deep breath all the way down into the lower belly. We just said that, down from the diaphragm. So that's one to practice. And I apologize if you guys feel like this is kind of this here and this one, that one, that one, that one. But this is the first time we really went through a session like this. So we'll see how it comes out and we will grow and get better going forward. So hang on in there with your girl. If you go subscribe, go ahead and hit the bell if you want to get to the next spell. Calming the critical voice. Identify areas of life where you self-criticize. Now we're going to read through these 4 because I think they are important. Sit down and close your eyes. Take a moment to reflect on how you see yourself. We talked about all the choices that we may have made from the past cycles. Every choice that we made, you don't have to go through each one of them, but you can see the result and what has been the fruit of those choices, and you just accept the fruit for what it is, because all of the fruit is going to be edifying onto your learning, onto your ability to adapt and evolve and grow for the next cycle. But in this moment, we only want to recognize. We don't want to attach to it. We don't want to judge it. We only want to see it. That's it. Reflection. And identify areas where you self-criticize frequently. Me, I'm type A personality. Okay. So I definitely have learned to relax, to calm down, to slow down, and have some patience. I mean, I know that everything ain't gonna be like this. It ain't the microwave generation. I mean, it is, but I mean, the microwave has got us in the point where we feel like we want it right now. I don't want to stand over the grease and watch it get hot and then put the kernels in there and do all of this with the shaking and the time and all of this and wait for it to pop, 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 pop. Shit, it take 3 minutes for the grease to get hot. By that time, I didn't put the bag in the microwave and hit the popcorn button and wouldn't stand off to the side because I don't want to be in a direct line of radiation. I mean, it's bad enough it's running, but still, in 2.5 minutes, by that time, I got a whole thing of popcorn. I ain't even got to go to the store and get no caramel corn stuff. I just sprinkle that on there and go on about my business. I ain't got to melt no butter, no brown sugar, no none of that stuff. We ain't got to do the work like that no more. So to be in a microwave generation, sometimes we beat ourselves up over stuff you ain't got there yet. It's okay. Father say slow down. Beloved, slow down. So create an affirming statement to calm the criticism, like, today I love and accept myself no matter what. Yes, this is number 3. I love and accept myself no matter what. Yes. My wholeness. And I might just have to wait a few minutes. I'm at where I'm at. And I'm fine with that. That's how that goes. And reflect on how this positive statement makes you feel. It made me feel like that. I'm at where I'm at, and that's just that. And from there, we're going to take some easy breath. Easy like Sunday morning. Okay, yeah. So start by taking a deep breath. We did that. Hold the breath for about 5 seconds and let go all of your thoughts. Now, me, I have to start with the exhale. I know that might sound backwards, right? How you gonna breathe from pushing out? But I do, okay? Because I find that in the normal practice of breathing, we do not exhale all the way. We still be sitting around with old air in our lungs, and it's shallow breathing. It is not deep breathing where we fully compress those lungs and squeeze all that air out so that we can take a deep breath of fresh air in. So like the bellows, like how it lifts up to get the air and then you squeeze it all the way down. What happens is that we squeeze halfway and then we go like this instead of so to squeeze out all of that air, to push it out forcefully, to get it all the way out so that I can take a deep breath in and really expand my lungs is a really critical step, at least for me. So as I practice deep breathing, and I recommend that you can try it and see if it works for you, that, it helps you get a much fuller breath. It helps you flood your whole system with really good, fresh, clean air. And another thing is it pushes out all the old, beloved. You'd be surprised. Again, that shallow breathing leaves a lot of old air in your lungs. And to push that out, to really work and exercise the muscles of your lungs to get that out, I believe keeps them fluid, keeps them elastic, and keeps them working at an optimal condition. At least, because we still got this little thing right here. We bought this little contraption off of Amazon for about $25. It's one of those little lung machines to help you push, like if you've ever had a surgery or anything like that, or like bronchitis, which I had bronchitis since I was little. Bronchitis or pneumonia, when you're healing, or a lung infection, anything happens to your lungs, they give you that little machine and you blow, and it's got the little balls and you got to lift them up and then blow them up so you can get the force of air and really push it. It exercises the lungs. That does that too. So for smokers only, oh yeah, you might just recommendation. So as you are able to hold your breath for about 5 seconds, let go all of the thoughts, right? Slowly exhale any stress or tension you may be feeling, which is another good thing for exhaling very deeply, right? Because you get to push out old stress, stuff from way down up in here that you feel like you might have got through up here, but you really just like brushed it over to the side, like, oh, I'm a survivor, like I'm a survivor, I'm not gonna give up, they can't really stop me, I'ma push harder, that kind of thing. And we mask it, but we don't digest it. We don't break it up and get it out. Really break it up and let that shit go. So in the spirit of letting some shit go, we got to really push that oldness out. Push and push your lungs to release the old air and work on the energy so we can acknowledge the power of your breath and thank your breath for giving you life. That's another beautiful one. We said that earlier today. I can't breathe, taking my life from me. And that could be so many different things, beloved. It could be, again, the remnants of the past cycles, the past decisions, the current situation, what it look like in your life, what it feel like in your body, the thoughts and rumination in your mind, the inability to have peace, the anxiety, the depression, the unable to feel the love and compassion. Unable to feel the love and compassion. And to start to feel that in self, you will be able to then do this. Smile at strangers, right? Give it out. Edification unto self so that you may be edifying unto source and then edifying unto your we, unto your brethren, right? Mirror exercise. We mirror each other. I'm going to reflect out what I feel on the inside. It's going to come out. And people feel like they can wear the mask, that they can mask it, that they can cover it up, but no, oftentimes every time it comes out as projection in how you see the world. So let's get into the mirror exercises. Meeting yourself for the first time. Stand in front of the mirror, re-meeting you. Because other people probably going to have to re-meet you too. So you might as well start with you. Okay? So meeting yourself for the first time. Stand in front of a mirror and bring a big smile to your face. Ting. Maybe that stranger that you smiling at is you. Smiling at strangers. With an open heart. Father say, with an open heart, with love and compassion, that stranger that you smiling at is you. It's the new you. You might not even recognize the new you. And coming to good with the new you and the old you is what we talking through, right? That's what it is. Because we have to accept our whole self. Self-acceptance, that whole self. And Father say that is the challenge. It's challenged because we are doing this, being so critical. Critical, criticizing. So we're going to stand in front of the mirror and smile. Smile at you, beloved. Yes, smile at you. Ask yourself, how would you perceive you if you just met you? Did we not say you're going to have to re-meet you? We hadn't read this card before. Oh, Father. You're going to have to re-meet you. And everybody that know you going to have to re-meet you too. And then you're going to have to be so good with who you are in this now, because you're going to have to let them know that you're not who you once was. I wouldn't care if they was mama, sister, brother, or cuz. You ain't who you used to be. So they really going to have to just get, So notice your positive qualities. Yes, what are your positive qualities? Do you come across as kind and compassionate? We see love and compassion right here. Do you come across kind and compassionate? Or are you projecting what's stuffed down in here? Change anything you don't like. And ask yourself, what can I do to feel better about anything that comes up that is? What can you do to change it? Do you feel like you've been hardened in disposition because, so many people that came along and disturbed your peace? Or we've given them pieces and so many pieces of our peace that we got to hold on to what's left? I got to hold on to my peace. Right? Feeling like you can't get it back because you done gave it away and now it's pretty much all gone. Like your cup is low. And we were saying, like, it doesn't matter what you have left in the cup. It's always based on your perception. What do you see? Because what you see is what you will project. If you feel like your cup is empty and you got to hold on to what's left, you'll operate from a sense of lack, from not having, from being depleted. And you will put yourself in a position that keeps you from getting filled up. People won't be around you to pour into you because your disposition will be like this. But if you see I got plenty in my cup, and whatever I need will come and what I don't need will go, then you always in a feeling and a sentiment of overflow. Overflow. And that is the space where you will grow. Grow your new abundance. Grow more in love with you. Grow your network and connectivity. And get to all the things that you truly, truly desire. Balancing out all of that stuff, digesting all of that stuff, and see how did it edify you? How did it make you stronger? How did you become a whole alchemist and get those vitamin Bs and B12s and vitamin Ks and make the vitamin A? Like being able to feel the sun in your face so you can formulate the vitamin D. You are an alchemist. You take in everything from the environment and you change it to what it is that you need. But it becomes detrimental when we don't digest it and we don't let the waste fall away. So on this day, or in this now, which whenever you get it, let's just, practice mirror exercises, meeting yourself on a daily. Because even every day I wake up and I'm new, I'm different from who I was yesterday. It's always you against you. Your now self against your former self. So meet you on a daily. Smile at you. You be the first one to love you and greet you and forgive you. All of that. And then you do it for self and you will require it back. And anybody that comes towards your space, your light will be so bright that you just blind them out. Like they can't even remain around you because peace pisses off pissy people. It pushes them right on away. You ain't even got to have no disposition outside of boundaries and peace. I'm telling you, we lost 2 today because I said, I do not want to see your peace. No, sir. Not unless I ask for it. And we got to have a whole season cycle before, because I need to see you in the summer, winter, fall, and the spring. You know what I mean? Anyway, heart opener. Yes, keep your heart open. Enhancing your sense of love and compassion. Yes, and spread the love. Spread it, beloved. Just, and give it out there. Calm the criticism for self and for others. Don't judge you. Don't judge others. Just see it for what it is and know how to move around. It's for discernment. It's for learning, growth, and adaptation. Ashe. And getting in touch with the breath. Meditation. Breathing fully. Get deep with that thing. No more shallow, just unattentioned breathing. Don't mean you got to be around here just, But if you do, you do. But just a couple of times a day, in the morning, afternoon break, in the evening, and maybe before you go to bed, do some deep breathing and fully exhale all of that stuff out and push it out, and then get a good nice breath in. Hold it for them 5 seconds. Let it hang on out up here, and then let it come down and push it back out. Yes. Give yourself a good smile, a good hug, love on you. Yes. And just see how much better that is. How does it feel to do that? Just little self-care, little nurturing. And if you happen to be into crystals or someone who is an energy healing person, see how does that fare out for you? Who knows? I mean, it ain't no pills, it ain't no pharmacology and all of that stuff, but it's something to help you balance out your energy. Get in line, get your chi all in line. You know what I'm saying? So this is your girl, La Team, here at Tears and We Tarot Show. Sure enough, never know what you're going to get. I sure hope you got something out of it. I really do. Because I got something out of it too. Definitely learning into the crystals and how to use them for healing. And I was really glad that Source brought me here. And I could feel all of that warmth and that energy feeling when we got done. I did. I felt that. So, till the next time, guys, on the Tears and We Tarot Show, know this. I love you. I love you. I love you just like I love me. Why? Because I love the source that made thee. Yes, the infinite intelligence, that wisdom principle thing, the breath of life. Ooh, so amazing. Yes, and it's so amazing, amazing. I wish we could breathe forever. But anywho, y'all, to the next now. Ashe. Mwah.